Whoop. So here he is, the man with the plan. You see him smiling. You see him smiling. So we're gonna go up here and start laying out our plans for the floating beds. We're gonna start down at the very first room down at the end and work our way back. So I've never done it before. Mock's never done it before, but we can handle it. I was gonna do it in our house, to tell you the truth. My plan was, I bet Mock even remembers this before. My plan was is in our bedroom right there, I was gonna do a concrete floating bed. But this other YouTube channel, back then, the Armstrongs, all of a sudden had a video out with concrete floating bed. And I didn't want to look like I was copying him. Even though we had the same idea. And he is a good builder. He is a great guy. So as far as building, I don't know him personally or anything like that. But I guess their channel's done for. But this is what we're going to do. We're going to build in the nightstands and all with it. So I'm going to draw him out a kind of a basic design. But Mock, I just tell you, I've not built one of these before. So we're just going to figure it out as we go, okay? And we can get started here. But we left steel stubbed out across here. Now that's not just for the bed, that's for the nightstands forming out with it too. So it's kind of going to curve out, right, come out, around. We will see. I'm trying to just be creative and figure out as we go. If there's some of the steel we don't need, we can cut it away, if whatever, but we're going to make it happen. So we're just doing some preliminary layouts right now. We found the center of the room and we made a mark. We already have this for an outlet and a switch. It'll be one of those little combos that it's a switch and below it it's an outlet. And then there'll be a light on each side of the bed right up here. So we have all that already centered in this room when we laid it out. So these are gonna get queen beds, not kings. A king's just gonna be too cumbersome in this size room. We wanna leave some space. And not everything needs to be a king, but we try not to get too many different mattress sizes because of having to inventory sheets. So we already have 2 queens here on the property and 2 kings here on the property, and the rest of these are going to be queen. So, and that way it doesn't take up so much space in here. But they're going to be good quality queens though. So what we're doing is using this piece of plywood as a square, and we're getting it against this flat wall here. It got a little bit of gap on this side. So, yeah, bring it. All right, oh, it's rocking here in the middle. Is there a chunk of concrete still in the back of this? Slide it out. Here. Here, hold it. Something there. Let me hit that with a hammer right there. Oh, is it on the wall? That's where it's doing it, ain't it? Yeah, it's down there. We want to get a good square line so our bed's nice and straight. He's knocking a little stuff off down there. Yeah, that's better. There you go. That's better. Yeah, looks good. We already got a line out here on the length. So it's 60 by 80. 80 off the wall. And we've already got a line here on our length. So go ahead and make you a mark down the floor the whole way here. And then slide over to the other side and do the same thing. That way we'll have an outline exactly where this bed's going to be. And meanwhile, I've got Marvin and Dean down here. They are cleaning out where that pool area is going to be. I want to get all that trash and grass and debris out there and clean it up, broken concrete, things. If that's a good site, keep it. And we're going to start doing a little preliminary work down there. We worked some the other day, and we chiseled. You can't see it there because it's steel right now. We chiseled in 2 big holes for where jets are going to go through. This is not the finished wall. This is just a retaining backer wall. And we worked on that today. We cut out the other week down the sides right here where steps are going to come in on this side. So we actually cut part of our work back open. That's why I left that kind of thin over on that side when we did that, because I knew it was going to get knocked back out. But we're trying to hold the soil back at the time. The guys got most of the purlins primed with a 2-part epoxy primer. Yesterday, a black epoxy instead of a red oxide. This is a 2-part, has a hardener mix in, epoxy primer. They're gonna go back over them again. They need to get 100% to the wall. I see they left gaps. So when y'all do go back over again, get 100% on that purlin to the wall. See that up there, Mark? Where there's the gaps? Yeah, they're gonna retouch all of it. He knows, they'll get it. And they're gonna be up there recoating that. And I got the metal order for the roof and all the flashings and trims for here and for the cantina to where we haven't finished flashing it yet. All the matching stuff for the house, and they're going to do some repair work on my trim up there on the house. It's Elsie. I used her again, even though there was some flaws and some work they did. I'm a forgiving person. She'll make it right. She's still good people. Now, what you want to do, Mark, is get your tape measure and let's go from that line here, out here, and make sure that we still have 60 wide. And that way we'll know if it's truly square or off. Perfect. There it is, right there, perfect. So it's all square. Set it over here out of the way, and we will work on making a little hidden little frame right down, a little pedestal right down in the middle down here. We're gonna make a little box that all the steel is gonna come up and go out everywhere. Out of that, when you walk in, you just see hollow under the bed. You don't really see that place holding it back there. But all of this is just going to be floating. That's why we got to use strong steel. And then we're going to make the little nightstand tables to the side come right out off the bed here. Same thing, we're going to bend it around. So first thing we probably need to do is build a form here for this pedestal. And then, so we don't want it real wide. We want it small, right down in the middle. Yeah, marking your center there, 30. Yep. And another thing I want to do is we'll cut some pipe, and we want to make, inside that form, I want to make it curve inside. You know, on the corners, kind of like we did out here. But maybe I'm going to use some 3-inch scrap. There's some right there. There's some right down there. We can get that light color one. That's not very good PVC. We'll cut that one. We'll split that one and make a nice round corner in there, okay? In fact, so right out on that front, we'll make a straight form, and then we'll make a curve, a little flat, and a curve again.
How long, sir?
That's what we're going to figure out here right now. I want it where it's kind of hidden, but the longer it is, the stronger it is. I don't want it that long. It needs to be kind of hidden. Yeah, it's probably only going to be about 2 feet, but even even at that 30 inches, let me do a little thinking here, and let me do a little math on my calculator for floating a load like that. Yeah, out there. Every inch is going to make this stronger, but it's also not going to make it hidden. Give me just a minute, and I'm going to think about this. Go ahead and go down there and get that piece of PVC, and we'll mark it. Bring it up here, and we'll mark it how to cut it, because it'll be cut in threes, not in half. In the threes, at half the curve is too much. It's got to be cut in a third. Yeah, we'll mark it and take that grinder and cut it. And using 16 mm, you're able to reduce the pedestal. I don't want to reduce it too much. So this is a 16 by 36 pedestal underneath it for a queen size bed. And we're going to pour that solid, because by the time we pour it the recommended thickness on each side around, it's just a small gap left in the middle. So it's better if we just go ahead and just pour it solid instead of trying to deal with a little form work and all in there. And it's going to come up. So they're going to make a box form for that with 3 sides there right now. And we'll get it in place. And then we have this old piece of PVC pipe, actually came out of that old white boat down there long ago. And we're going to chop it up. Everything, I always say, there's no scrap on this property. It just hadn't found its job or its purpose yet. So now we're going to use this to make a radius corner, but you don't want to split it in half. That's too much of a radius. You want it in thirds. So we got to divide this into thirds here and cut 3 pieces out of it, even though we only need 2. So first thing he's going to do is cut it off to the length of our form here. I'll let him do that, and then we're going to draw lines on it and divide it into thirds. Well, we're in the afternoon, and let's see what the boys got going here. That one just needs to be bent more. It's sticking up. So we're getting that started there.
The pancet.
Yeah,
But
okay, so you put a hole there. Go ahead.
16, sir.
Go ahead and make you 2 like this, just bent to
long,
here,
sir?
and then what we'll do is run the others out long and tie next to it. We'll double it right there. You see what I'm saying? So bend 2 more like this and put in that holes down there.
Going here, sir.
Yeah, sticking out in the front right here.
And then put.
Oh, you okay?
Put long, sir.
And then, not yet. Then we'll run long ones when we pour the slab part on top. And see, like if this was turned over here, we'll just tie it next to it like a double right there.
Okay. So,
And maybe we need to do the same thing out right here. You might want to, you don't have to have it in the hole, but tie it to this one. Make 2 more and point it out at an angle right out here.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then okay, sir.
Yeah. So 2 forward like this and 2 out at an angle here, and then we can tie the long ones when we do the slab part on top. Yeah. Ready to rock and roll, huh? It looks good. Looks good. This one here, let's bend it a little bit before we do the concrete. It's sticking too high. Bend this one a little. Can you bend it a little bit right now? Is it in that hole? Huh? Let's see. Yeah, let's do this one a little bit too. Yeah, that'll work. All right. And so here it is. We got our radius pieces in here. Make it curve on the corner. He's got the steel in there. It's drilled in. Got a couple back into, used a couple of those holes that was in the wall already. It's not sticking out the other side or nothing though, okay? Okay, in the middle, perfect. And man, there you have it. So this is just the beginning to the floating bed, and then we'll tie more. So those others, Monk. I'm just thinking nothing. Just go ahead. My brain's just thinking out loud. So this one here is up too high because it's going to be in the way when we tie our steel here. I mean, look how much difference there is.
Because the cement hard.
Hit a stone right there.
No power?
It quit?
No. But
Oh, no power to do it. Oh, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Maybe tomorrow, sir. The concrete is
It may crack it. We don't want to do it yet. Better you bend it now. Better you bend it now because we'll break the concrete if you try it afterwards. Because it would take it days to cure. Yeah, that's all you got to do like that. Bend it down and that's perfect. That's perfect. You're doing it right. We can tie that one under those. It'll be okay. Get this. Don't cut yourself on all that stuff. Get that one right there is really bad. Let's get it. Yeah, a little more. Yeah, here, go ahead and pull it up. Pull it up. Yeah, it looks good. Oh, yeah, go ahead and pull up on this one too when you got the tool in there. Go ahead and pull up on that one. All right. See, that'd be better instead of doing it after. Because it might crack the concrete. Do this one a little more. It'll work. All right. So, they're going to make 2 more like this right here, coming out the front, and we're going to put 2 diagonals and tie it in down there, and then they're going to fill that with concrete. So Mach and I was just now setting this one up over here. That this is going to come out 2 foot from the side of the bed, and it's going to come out 1 foot off the wall, and that's going to make a little side table right there. I may go more than a foot. I may go 14 inches, so I don't know. We'll see. About a foot's all you need right there in space. Set of phone, all that. No need for a lamp. It's going to have a lamp on the wall up here. A light switch. Plug up your cell phone, tablet, whatever you got. Sitting in the bed. Same thing on that side. Who's ever on one side of the bed or the other, they'll have their own light switch, and their own plug for their personal device or whatever they're wanting to plug up there. So right now we set for the thickness of the slab of the bed, and he's pulled a level mark out right there. So he's going to go down 4 inches and draw it again. Huh? It's all good? Okay, just double check. It's always good to check. Thank you. Yeah, just go ahead and leave it thick because we're going to have that going across right here. Yeah. Yeah. So bend this piece of steel here, okay? The one you tie here, bring it out 12 inches. I think I'm gonna make this 14 inches here. So make the steel 12. Yeah, make it bend and go here to this one, and then all the way, and then bend back around over there 12. Let's try to make it one continuous piece, no joint, okay?
This too, sir?
Honestly, we could do the same thing again. Just shorter though. Yeah, you could just bring.
Dapin na, sir, ano?
Well, we can run one out right here, but no, just on this one. You don't need to bend that one. You just need to bend this one all the way over and back in. These you're going to extend out to it, and then we're going to tie a long piece all the way across. Yeah. It's going to be cool. I have that concrete edger that makes that radius on the corner, and we'll go in there and we'll make a radius edge all the way around up on the top too, so it's nice and soft. If anybody fell, they won't strike a sharp corner or anything like that, you know. Always round those edges off. Of course, a mattress would be sitting on top of it, but hey, things happen. Their head could strike just below the mattress or something. You never know. So try to think of safety in that, and I think it's gonna be pretty darn nice.